Not much news surrounding Spurs today. A nice quiet weekend. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. The Sun and the Daily Telegraph are reporting that Scott Munn has been sacked by Tottenham. Official announcement soon. Fabrizio Romano posted on X, Tottenham are prepared to advance in talks with the leading candidate Thomas Frank in the next days. Spurs also approached Robert De Zerbi in recent days, but the Italian head coach rejected as he wants to stay at Olympique Marseille. Reports in Portugal, however, state that Marco Silva is very close to taking over as Tottenham manager. An agreement between the parties is very close to being finalised, and everything leads us to believe that the Portuguese will succeed Ange Postecoglou at Spurs. With the contract valid until 2026 at Fulham, Marco Silva will continue his career in the same city, and in 2025-26 he will have the additional challenge of managing Spurs in the Champions League. Tottenham will be the fifth English team managed by the Portuguese manager after Hull City, Watford, Everton and the current Fulham, and that is from Record in Portugal. Chris Sutton on Ange Postecoglou's sacking. Club appoints manager after years of being so allergic to success that there is a very word for their devotion to disappointment. Manager wins club their first trophy since 2008 to stop them from being so Spursy. Club sacks manager, make it make sense. I can't. Daniel Levy took his sweet time, and even then it came to the ridiculous conclusion that Tottenham are better off without Ange Postecoglou. It's their loss, not his. Tottenham fans had been craving an entertaining brand of football after being bored to tears for too many seasons. Postecoglou delivered them that, certainly in their first season. He lost Harry Kane, led them to fifth in the Premier League and got them into the Europa League. The second season was a struggle, but he won them that European competition, even though he had to deal with being vilified as badly as Graham Taylor when he was branded a turnip. To dare is to do, that's Tottenham's motto. Postecoglou dared and did. But now he is available to go win silverware for someone else, and he will, I'm sure. His sacking sums up football, really. Don't get me wrong, Thomas Frank is an excellent, elite, experienced manager. He's turned Brentford into a stable Premier League club. Levy now wants Frank to turn Tottenham into a consistent Champions League club, because clearly that's the Spurs' priority. Forget trophies. Levy wants to top the balance sheet table, and yet I wonder what those fans who are in Bilbao will remember when they're old and grey and boring the grandkids by telling them the same story for the 1000th time. Will it be the year they finish fourth? No. It will be the glorious night they beat Manchester United to become winners in Europe. Postecoglou can leave with his head held high. He stuck two fingers up at his critics who mocked him for saying he would win in his second season. Now we'll never get to know what would have happened in season 3, thanks to Levy, who did not even have the courage to add a quote in the club's statement confirming Postecoglou's sacking, like when they got rid of Antonio Conte or Jose Mourinho. Cheers, mate. And now I'll just read you some players that have come out on various social media platforms giving messages to Ange Postecoglou. Kevin Danso's message to Ange: thank you for everything, Gaffer. We've accomplished something special. Wishing you nothing but the best for the future. Guillermo Vicario's message to Ange Postecoglou reads: boss, I just want to say a massive thank you for everything you've done for me and for all of us. From that very first call, right from the beginning, you always showed so much belief in me, giving me the opportunity to be part of the leadership group. Those moments and many others will stay with me forever. You're not only a top manager, you are an incredible person to work for, a real leader, a mentor, and someone I'll always look up to. What we achieved together will stay in the history books. Wishing you nothing but success, as I know you will go on to achieve more and more. Thank you, boss. Forever grateful, Vic. And Lucas Bergval's message to Ange: thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for bringing this club a European trophy and memories to last a lifetime for us and every Spurs fan around the world. Wishing you all the best. Mickey van der Ven message to Ange Postecoglou: thank you for everything. Believed in me from the first day I arrived at the club. Many ups and downs in the last 2 years, but you kept believing in us and kept pushing us. Big part of the success from the club this year, and forever grateful that you made me part of it. All the best. Dominic Solanke says, thank you for bringing me to this wonderful club. Thank you for bringing us a wonderful trophy. Won't ever forget the convo we had before I signed, and we achieved a dream. All the best in your next adventure. And Heung-min Son's message to Ange Postecoglou: Gaffer, you've changed the trajectory of this club. You believed in yourself and us since day one and never wavered for a second, even when others did. You knew what we were capable of all along. You did it your way, and your way brought this club the best night it's had in decades. We will have those memories for life. You trusted me with the captaincy, one of the highest honours of my career. It's been an incredible privilege to learn from your leadership up close. I'm a better player and a better person because of you. Ange Postecoglou, you are a Tottenham Hotspur legend forever. Thank you, mate. Well, here's my thoughts on all those stories. The Sun and Daily Telegraph reporting Scott Munn has been sacked. I'm not surprised, to be honest. What did Scott Munn do? With the greatest respect, I'm sure he did a lot of good work behind the scenes, but I was understanding that he would be coming out and doing a lot more media stuff and interviews, but haven't seen anything, to be honest. So I'm not surprised, to be honest, considering the club seems to be having a big shake-up behind the scenes everywhere, really. Fabrizio Romano is talking about Thomas Frank. Yeah, we are all aware Thomas Frank is a leading candidate. But then on the flip side, and I just slung this article in because obviously Portuguese press, they're saying Marco Silva, the deal's very close. Who knows? I personally wouldn't want Silva. Out of the two, I'd prefer Frank. I don't think Frank's going to be the answer for Spurs. I don't see how that is an upgrade on Postecoglou. Thomas Frank's a really good manager, don't get me wrong, but I just would have preferred. I had feet firmly in the Ange camp, to be honest. I wanted Ange to stay. I think he deserved it, so you'll never waver me from that. Chris Sutton's article here talking about the sacking of Ange Postecoglou. I think this is an excellent article, and that's why I read it out. You know, manager wins club their first trophy since 2008 to stop them being so Spursy. Club sacks manager. That's it in a nutshell, isn't it? Really. You know, we all craved that entertaining brand of football, and we got that. Yes, we didn't get it in Europe, but we won the trophy. So he's kind of ticked every box for me. The club's main thing is European football, primarily Champions League football, and he's delivered it. Doesn't matter how he's got there for me, he's delivered Champions League football, and we sack him. This club, honestly. But all the messages from the players just goes to show, and there'll be more coming out later on, I'm sure. I know Pedro Porro, anybody who watched the stream we did after the sacking, Pedro Porro came out and has put a heartfelt message on. This is just some of the messages. There will be more, I'm sure, from players. Just goes to show how well liked Postecoglou was. Didn't see any messages like this from previous managers that have left, perhaps apart from Pochettino. Yeah, it really does go to show how that dressing room is going to be affected, actually, by the sacking of Ange Postecoglou. And I do worry where this is going to lead. But we'll hopefully find out in the coming days. Obviously feeling a bit low at the moment, getting rid of Ange. I know everybody doesn't feel like me. I know a majority of fans did, that they thought Ange Postecoglou deserved a third season, and are too gutted that he's gone and think the club have made a major boo-boo. But let's see. I know not everybody felt like that. A few people wanted the change. So, and that's the good thing about football, it's subjective. But I thought he deserved a third season. But get down in the comments, let me know how you're feeling today as a Tottenham Hotspur Tottenham Hotspur fan, and do you think this was the right decision to get rid of Ange Postecoglou? Let me know in the comments. That's all for today. Come on, you Spurs.